Hello. First of all, I would just like to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to us, not only on here, but also, our TikTok and Instagram. We do appreciate it and the support and love that we get. And for the love we get for the dragons, not just for the dragons, all our animals. The background noise is the fan because it is warm, and also the dog is running around chasing his toy. So today I thought I'd do a pros and cons because more people are looking at getting bearded dragons, but obviously you want to know pros and cons, obviously, not just with dragons, but with any animals. So the pros are, they are amazing animals. They are amazing. You can handle them, they'll catch up to you. And their diet, also another pro is their diet is pretty easy and cheap. So for adult beardies, we feed ours twice a week. Some feed them once, because you don't have to get too big. There's lots of protein in bugs, so just be mindful. But mother bugs, and green, so things like kale, your parsley, sweet peppers. Mine love sweet peppers. Fruit as an occasional treat. Mine personally, I've tried bananas so many times, but they do not like banana. And I'm just like, why? Okay, one of the easiest fruits to find for me is banana, but will they eat it? No. So it's greens every day. Obviously sprinkle your calcium powder, and then the next day calcium powder with D3. So obviously that's your supplements you are going to need for your dragons. I find them quite easy. Maintenance-wise, I find them quite easy. They do like to run around. Obviously, I don't get all mine out together because it would just become dangerous because they're territorial. For me, this is a pro. I love giving mine baths. I don't know why. I just love it. What other things? What other pros have we got, guys? Watching them eat's quite funny. If you've ever watched a beardie with a bug, it's like they've never been fed before. So these guys will make you laugh, okay? Because you never know what you're going to get with these guys. Are you going to have a happy dragon? Or you're going to have a dragon with attitude? Sometimes it's like having a child, okay? It's hit and miss. They have a day and night cycle, which is good, so their lights come on at 8, goes off at 8 p.m, and they're ready for bed at 8 p.m, which is good. A nice routine is good for them, just makes things a little bit easier. I mean, the only one where we have trouble with at the minute is our girl Thor, where she's just like, no, I'm not going to sleep at 8. She's a bit stubborn. Yeah, she's a bit stubborn. Another pro is we've made loads of amazing friends through social media. Obviously, we've come across, trolls, but that's a given. You just kind of got to deal with it. He's gaping, makes me laugh, and I've got the dog running around being a maniac chasing his toy. So the cons wise, the startup is, for me personally, everyone's going to be different with their pros and cons, okay? And I totally understand that. So if you have an extra pro that you think is pro, comment. If a con, comment, okay? Let's help each other. That's what we try and do. We try and help each other. Cons, I think when you first start talking about bearded dragons, it's a cost of the vivarium. Obviously, you've got to include your UVB lights, your basking bulbs, so it does come at a cost. You can go on things like Marketplace, or if you want to rehome a dragon, so you'll find things a little bit cheaper as well. And if you do get a second-hand Viv, just give it a good clean out before you place your dragon in. Another con I found is they do not like change. We upgraded some of our Vivs, I think a couple of weeks ago, and our boy Obi, full on attitude for a couple of days. They have to adjust. What is my dog doing? He's making as much noise as he can at this point. They do have to adjust to change, but you get there in the end. Another con, I think, is the price of substrate. Okay, substrate is quite pricey. So we use Beardy Life desert sand, which is quite expensive, but it lasts us a while. And also, I've got 4 dragons, so it's going to be... So that's a con for me. It might not be for someone else. Again, these are just my opinions. You can find some, you know, accessories. Accessories can be expensive. Like we've got water dishes, okay? And they don't use them. They will not use them. I'm like, guys, I've just spent X amount of money here. Hence why they have baths, or we use pippets, or spray their food with water. But you can find cheap alternatives on things like Temu and places like that. Obviously, just check the sizes of things. Because I think we've all been there, haven't we, where we've bought something and it's arrived and it's like teeny tiny. And it's like, yeah. I should have checked sizes. It's not really a con, but when it comes to handling, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult because people like to handle them as soon as they get the dragons, which is totally fine because they're adorable. Why would you not want to handle your dragon straight away? Okay. But you need to give them a couple of days to settle in and get used to the environment. Obviously, when you want to handle your dragon, place your hand in with the dragon. So, like flat like this. It's not quite flat, sorry. Just so they know you're there. Obviously, don't go over their heads when you're trying to handle them because of the third eye. So you go underneath. But as soon as you get your dragon, give them a couple of days to settle in. Get them used to seeing your hand first. And then, you know, slowly build up handling time. Because, you know, you want to feel comfortable as well as a dragon. You know, I've been bit. I've been bit by this guy and I've been bit by a girl. What are the other cons? Another con I find is, you know, beware for summer. You are going to boil, okay? It is going to be so hot, okay? Because of the heat from the lights. You will be like sweating, okay? Be prepared, okay? But again, they are totally worth it. It's not really a con. It's more of a moan. Bugs can be a little bit expensive, price-wise, you know? So we like to shop we like to shop around. For our bugs. I have tried breeding Mario worms. I'm just not getting it. I need help. Send help. Send help, people. She needs help. And a therapist. I'm just kidding. But yeah, shop around for your bugs. Calcium powder and your vitamins. Obviously, we get ours on subscription from Amazon just because I'm one of these people that's really forgetful. So it's just easier to get it sent monthly. So that like ticks one of the boxes, you know, like that's sorted. I don't have to worry. Another con is greens. Even though greens are cheap, so you know, salads and stuff, it doesn't last long. This is what I'm finding. Or if they don't eat it, it's like that's a waste. And you know, I'm very pro recycling and, you know, trying not to waste, but it does happen. So what we do is when we can chop everything up, make sure it's all dry, and then put it into mason jars so it just lasts a little bit longer. I don't know if you guys do that. Because it's just annoying when you've got to throw out stuff from the refrigerator because it's, you know, it's gone funky. Yeah, it's true flame. So yeah, before you get a dragon, it's always best to weigh the pros and cons. It sounds like I've done more cons than pros, I'm aware, but however, look, I have 4 dragons, okay? I'm a bearded dragon addict. I need help, okay? Because I love them too much. But yeah, you know, they will make you laugh. I mean, look at them right now. But yeah, the 2 main substrates we use are the desert sand and slate. So the slate is mainly, and I said before, to retain heat and also helps with their nails. As I said, I don't personally cut the nails. I'm not confident enough to do it at the moment, so I don't. You will also find your people who love reptiles. It's taken us a while, but we found our people. We love our people. And of course, don't worry if you get people that judge you or make you feel like a worthless owner. As I said, we've been there, done that. I mean, we've got the t-shirt. We rock that t-shirt, don't we? Yes, we do. You know, as long as your dragons have got the heat, which is very important, the UVB bulb, you know, they're fed, they're loved, you know, everything else will fall into place. Don't worry about packing your vivs with accessories straight away. You know, if you haven't got the money, don't think you have to say, oh, keep up with the Joneses. You know, just buy as and when you can. As long as I said you've got the UVB, you've got the heat, the food, you know, and you're able to give them a bath, you know, honestly. It's easy for me to say don't let people upset you with their words, but, you know, there are some people out there that just make others, and I've seen it, they've made someone feel so worthless and so low, and I'm like, I'm all for helping people, but do it the right way. If they don't want to take your advice, you know, at least you know you've tried. But again, that's just my opinion. So that's it for now. I will do a handling video on how to handle your bearded dragon. I've just got to pick which dragon is going to allow me to without causing chaos, because, you know, cameras and animals, okay, they don't always go together. But yeah, thank you so much for those who've watched this till the end. Thank you for those who, you know, follow us and, you know, leave us nice comments and appreciate the dragons. And if you and comment your pros and cons, you know, again, we are here to help other people. We're here to also learn, you know, where could we do better, you know, and that is what I'm hoping that this channel will bring, is where we can all help each other without, you know, being judgmental. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and hopefully we'll see you soon.